Yo, what's happening, baby? This is the Flaming Sword Musing, and I'm Kamseen Khan. I kind of had an epiphany, another one. You know what I mean? And I get around to that, but in order for me to get around to it, I have to discuss something else. And that's something else that I would like to discuss is the how ideals and principles can be warped. You know, sometimes when you look at something going on and you want to, discourage it or disdain of the disregard it or something like that, sometimes you have to understand that it is actually a warped expression of a valid principle or ideal. And that can happen for two reasons. Reason number one being, you know what I'm saying, the environment, the society, or whatnot. In order for, I would say like a normal principle or ideal to gain expression in a hostile society, 9 times out of 10 is going to come out warped. And, for that theory, I would like to, present the ideal of pimping. Pimping is based on ideals of manhood and certain principles that, in the culture and society that, the subculture of pimping was, raised in or developed in. Black men had few opportunities to claim their manhood. AFDC kicked in, the criminal system. There were very few outlets for men to claim their manhood or expressions of the ideals of manhood. And I believe that is the reason why certain men came into the pimp game, because that was the only way that they could really gain expression, authority, the things, the ideals that men everywhere else enjoy without having to pimp on hoes, But I'm gonna move on from that. The second reason is through what can I call it? Interpretation, lost in translation. When certain things just get lost in translation, like when you see a person from another culture, like the Asians, how rough they is on their kids, you be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And it's not what's going on. You've misread the dynamics of the phenomenon that you saw. And that's kind of what leads me to like a lot of things that like women misinterpret that, oh, men do this all the time. How come we can't? Because you're misinterpreting the male prerogative. Males don't do what women do all the time. That's insane to even think. And for women to try to do what they misinterpret men as doing is kind of, it's a prerogative that a lot of you sisters out there enjoy. But I'm applying this to a particular narrative, and that narrative is the narrative of independence. Women try to take this, oh, I'm independent, I make my own money, I don't need a man, da 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 da. And they say, and they use this to say, oh, this is how men act, this is how men are. And my epiphany that I've discovered, through my thoughts, is that men have no idea of what independence means. Like from a functional standpoint, like men are interdependent. That's where the gangs come from. You talk about sports, you talking about military, building things, creating things, the unions, all of these things come from the ideal of a man that we need other people to do their job in order to do our job. You know what I'm saying? And men walk out of the house every day with their lunch bag knowing that they're going to be working with other people. As far as, you know, in the masculine mind, independence is like a abstract concept because we go daily, you know, just interacting with each other, working with each other. Like, you know, I've been at work sites where we couldn't get certain thing done because somebody else didn't do their job, you know, sent the wrong pieces or taking too long or whatever. The ideal of independence to a man is like more abstract, pertaining to personality, ideals and stuff like that. But women, on the other hand, have always enjoyed this pocket of autonomy that has been irrefutable and unchallengeable for pretty much the woman's entire existence. And that pocket, that bubble of autonomy is called Whitehood Housewife. You know, a woman can spend the whole day under the typical household structure. A woman can spend all day not having an answer to anybody. You know what I mean? She don't have to refer how she wants the house to look. Man, as long as the fella's got his little man cave or his garage where he could put his sports paraphernalia or his tools or something, you know, who cares what you do with the house? You know what I'm saying? Man, take care of the functional stuff, you know? Might have something to say about what kind of TV, but what color the drapes are, man, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? What the kids wear, we don't care. You know, what you cook for dinner, we might care. But the recipe, we just gonna have to get used to it. It's, you know, women have enjoyed that independence that they claim is a masculine prerogative even before they started earning their own money. So we really need to take another look at this independence argument. And you know, another thing that I find weird about the independence argument is because it's so blatantly untrue. You know, it's not real. Women need men. And it's sad to see a woman who needs a man in her life in order to, you know, crack that glass ceiling, that glass box, that glass cube. And she will basically use the fact that she makes money as a way to downgrade a man or raise her own value up. I don't know, but it's not raising her own value up because men don't look at a woman's financial situation as, you know, something that would spur them on to holler at a dang. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that, it's something like, oh, shorty doing her thing, but it ain't something like I'm finna get with her because she's getting money. The only men who think like that are men who have nothing to offer. So it becomes like a self-serving, you know, prophecy with the, self-fulfilling prophecy with the I don't need a man, can't no man do nothing for me, because you're not gonna seek a man who holds the same position that you hold, or a man is not gonna seek that position because he is not interested in your fiscal situation. Man is too concerned and occupied with his own fiscal situation, and when a woman starts talking about how she's doing business, how she's doing this, how she's doing that, she's really putting herself in a man's place. And, you know, it's not that men are hostile to it or anything like that. It's just that we don't care. We don't care how much money a woman makes. You know, so this independence thing is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Most women who claim independent will have to end up being independent at some point anyways. I hope you guys have gotten something from this. I'm really working it out. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that popped up in my head earlier today, and I decided to share it with you people. Once again, this is Seeing Be blessings and be blessed. One.